So we're on our third one, as I mentioned, and this is Asteya. Asteya means non-stealing. So non-theft. um, as I mentioned in the email I sent out about this class, it's not so much about theft in the outside world, though that is definitely included in this. But there are ways that we steal that are more subtle than that, and sometimes more insidious. We don't realize we're doing it. So our practice, yoga practice in general, helps us to identify where that is happening so that we can use that awareness to course correct. Okay. And so what I mean by that is in relationship to another person or another entity, for example, you might be in a conversation with them, and instead of waiting them to finish what they're saying, you interrupt them. That is a form of theft or stealing. You might be listening in your head and thinking of a reply to whatever they're talking about. You're really not interested in what they're talking about. You're really more interested in what you're going to say next. That's a form of theft because you're not actively listening, especially if it is an important relationship to you. And that can snowball into like people not feeling heard, and there can be lots of things that can happen around that. I won't go into a whole how to communicate well conversation tonight, though we can have that conversation at another time if you want to. And then there's the ways that we steal from ourselves. So we can talk ourselves out of good opportunities. That happens a lot when we let fear and aversion and attachment and ego kind of get in the way of us actually making progress in our lives. We can definitely steal that way. Um, in the same vein, we could steal precious moments from ourselves because of spinning in certain psychological cycles, whatever that might be for you. Maybe it's a fear cycle or, again, attachment aversion. These all kind of come back into it again and again. So think about that. And then as we're practicing physically tonight, and when we're not practicing physically, this includes Shavasana, includes our meditation. Notice when you're stealing yourself away from the present moment. That's what we're going to key more directly, I should say, be working on is staying present. Because when you're not present, you really are stealing whatever it is you're experiencing from yourself. And moving that just the needle just a bit further in that, in the practice tonight, there are going to be certain challenge moments where you might inherently want to back off because you don't want to do something that's hard or that you feel like it's uncomfortable, so you don't want to be there, and you're stealing the moment that you can go a bit further in your practice. And if you were here last week, we talked about this with truthfulness or non-lying, identifying when you're just copping out and when you actually need to stop in a posture or in a flow. A lot of times our bodies will last. Our minds definitely give up long before our bodies do. Not to say there aren't times where the body needs to stop, but usually we're kind of walking out the back door before that we ever get to that point. So think about that. And then just keep it in mind, like other ways that you might steal from yourself. You know, there's so much we could talk about that, but we have a class to get to, and I want to give you an experience. Let me see if I missed any points around what I'm trying to talk about. Yeah, essentially, we're trying to be present as much as possible because when we're not present, when we're worried about the past or future, we can't be here. We can't be happy. Yoga and many other traditions teach that true contentment, which is why we do yoga, by the way, real happiness, whatever that is for us, can only be experienced right now. It can't be experienced yesterday or even a few moments ago. It can't be experienced tomorrow or even a few moments from now. We have to be here to have it. And so you open yourself up to the capacity for true joy when you can be present. Anytime you're not, you are stealing that opportunity from yourself. Okay. So let's contemplate that for a moment. Go ahead and sit comfortably. Let's go inward. Allow your shoulders to relax. The eyes close. Let's take some deep breaths. Aware of the inhale, aware of the exhale. You might sense the breath in your nostrils. You might sense the breath at your throat. And you might be aware of the lungs filling and emptying and the movement of the body that associates with that. Just be aware of the breath. There's nothing more present than the breath. This inhale, this exhale. Anytime we find ourselves spending too much time in the past or in the future, the breath is the easiest way to bring ourselves back to the present moment. Staying present is not easy, but luckily we have yoga to return us back each and every time. Just a couple more of these centering present breaths. Noticing when the mind moves and bringing it back. No judgment, just practice. And here in this present moment, we'll chant Om 3 times together. Deep breath in, please. Please bring your palms to your heart and lower the chin and honor yourself as you are in this moment. Body, breath, energy, and mind. It's from that place within you that we'll practice this evening. Go ahead with the palms together and take those heated palms over your eyes, brushing back over the top of the head, down the neck, bringing yourself on back. Good. Now go ahead and come down off of your blankets or cushion if you're sitting on that and extend the legs forward. You can brace your hands behind you if you'd like. And just start to patter the backs of the legs against the floor. Just wake them up a bit. And breathe. And then windshield wiper the feet from side to side and allow that loose movement of the legs to go all the way up to the hips. And then patter against the floor again. Wake those legs up. Breathe. And windshield wiper again. Side to side. Then we'll just do this for the next hour. Just kidding. A little bit longer though. All right, and then relax. Good. You might feel your legs a little tingly, feet. And we're going to come either back to a cross-legged seat, just like we were before, or you're welcome to sit on your heels, like so. So either this or come back to cross legs. If you are sitting on your heels, you could sit on a block too if you wanted to. Just place it between your feet and relax. We're going to be practicing Kapalabhati, the breath of fire. Good. So, breath, just quick reminder, breath of fire or Kapalabhati is a quick exhale from the abdomen, and the inhale is passive. It's kind of like blowing out a candle. If you had it in front of you, just and blow it out. Don't even think about the inhale. Same physical movement, the breath itself happens in the nostrils. So it's, and we're gonna go for about 30 seconds for our first round. Then we'll rest for a moment, and then we'll go a little bit longer for the next 2 rounds. At any point you wanna change how you're sitting, go ahead and do so. So sitting tall, relax the shoulders, and a reminder that the movement of the breath comes from the belly, not the chest. So feeling the breath in the belly, the eyes can be open or closed, whatever you'd like. And we'll begin Kapalabhati, again, about 30 seconds. Deep breath in. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath in at the top of the inhale. Holding the breath in, starting to feel a light in the brain, at the belly. Then exhaling softly, feeling sensation. Good. And then we're going to repeat that practice again. We're going to do it for about 60 seconds this time, so twice as long. And if you're newer to the practice or you don't practice it that often, you're going to notice the points where you really want to stop. And be honest with yourself if you actually do need to stop or if you can push through to the 60-second mark. All right? Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Hold the breath in at the top of the inhale. As you hold the breath in, see light in the brain, energy, heat at the belly. Sip a bit more breath in, keep holding. Don't drop the breath. Open the throat, then softly exhale. It's almost silent. Feel sensation. Now to push you just a hair further, we'll practice Kapalabhati for 90 seconds. Go at your own pace. You don't have to go quickly. Take a deep breath in. Inhale. Hold the breath in. Keep holding. Lighten the brain, Energy at the navel. Sip a bit more breath in. Keep holding. Even when it starts to get a bit uncomfortable, keep holding. What's on the other side of comfort? What moment could you have? You just stayed a bit longer. And before you exhale, open the throat. Softly exhale as quietly as you can. Feel your mind clear, belly on fire, sense of potential in your system, energy lifted. Then in your own way, allow your awareness to come back. Welcome back. And we'll come on to hands and knees. Take your time. Now, Kapalabhati is also a shat karma, so it's a cleansing technique. So if you need a tissue, that might be something to deal with. It's a good cleansing technique, though. Great to do. So, all right, when you're finally at hands and knees, just curl the toes under. We'll come into downward facing dog, and let's walk the dog out a bit. Just getting these legs nice and warmed up here because you've been sitting on them for a while. Allow there to be movement in the hips as well. And have the hip bones reaching toward the sky behind you. There's some length in the spine. Deep breaths here. So we're talking about being present earlier. And when you're not present, you're kind of stealing the moment away from yourself. And I talked about the breath being a way to stay present, but sensation in the body is also a way to stay present. So how are the legs feeling? Where is their tension? Where is their relief? Good. One more breath. And let's start to move through Danda Kriya, bringing the legs to stillness. Inhale to plank pose. Exhale, go ahead and plank yourself 1 inch from the floor. And then come onto the tops of the feet, press the arms straight, upward facing dog. And then exhale, pull back to downward facing dog. Good, let's repeat that. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga, 1 inch from the floor. Press the arms straight, come onto the tops of the feet, knees stay lifting. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plank pose. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. Again, inhale. Plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Fifth time is a charm. Inhale, forward, down, up, and back. Good. Go ahead and stay in downward facing dog. Deep breaths. Good. And then downward facing dog. Go ahead and lift your right leg high into the air behind you. With your exhale, swing or carry step the right foot between your hands. Help it through. Release the back knee to the floor. We're going to come into a lunging twist. So go ahead and reach your right arm forward. Take the arm into the air. Sweep it all the way behind you. And then bring the hand back down to the floor. Let's do that 2 more times for this round. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, back and down. 1 more time. Reach forward, up, back, and down. Step back to downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Back knee to the floor. This time reach the left arm forward and up, back and down. Twice more. Forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Go ahead and step back to downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Release the back knee down. Go ahead and reach the right arm forward, up, back, and down. Step back to downward facing dog. Left leg lifts and step it forward. Back knee to the ground. Left arm forward, up, back, and down, downward facing dog. We're going to change it up a little bit this time. Right leg lifts and step it through. Keep the back knee lifting. Really lunge into that front knee. Then reach the right arm forward, up, back, and down, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts and step it forward. Good. Again, lunge into the front leg, left arm forward, up, back, and down, downward facing dog. We'll do one more time on each side. Right leg, please, and step. Right arm forward, up, back, and down, downward facing. Left leg, and step. Left arm forward, up, back, and down, downward facing dog. Inhale, float down onto hands and knees. Then exhale, child's pose. Staying here for a breath. All right, then go ahead and come back up to hands and knees. Good. From hands and knees, go ahead and release your elbows down to where your hands just were. Coming down onto your forearms. Good, and then curl the toes under behind you. And you're gonna lift the knees and take the heels back, coming into a forearm plank. You might have to walk your feet back a bit. Let's breathe. Let's stay. Feel the core engaged here. Try to make sure that your pelvis is not sagging downward. It's actually better to have it higher. Unclench your jaw and breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Knees down. Walk back up onto your hands. And then child's pose. Good. Especially when we do poses that are a bit harder, like forearm plank, there are moments where our mind tells us to leave, to get out as quickly as possible. Those are the moments that kind of start to steal us away from potential, whether it's the present moment, whether it is strengthening ourselves a bit more. So we're going to come back into forearm plank. I want you to think about that. So hands and knees, bring the forearms down. Good. Curl the toes under. And then when you're ready, lift the knees. Maybe slide the feet back a bit. Hips are in line with the shoulders. And breathe. And then you have the potential here to strengthen the core, stabilize the back, strengthen the shoulders. You have the opportunity to unclench your jaw and relax your face. And also learning how to stay steady in the face of challenge. Letting our nervous system know that we don't have to panic here, that we can breathe steadily as possible. 3, 2, and 1. Carefully bring the knees down. Walk back up onto your hands. And child's pose once again. Feeling sensation, the heat in the body, the strength of the core and back, and anywhere else you might be sensing. All right. Then go ahead and sit back on the heels. Bring your palms to your heart. Then rise up onto your knees and step up to standing, no hands. All right, we're already getting the body nice and warmed up with those lunges, with that forearm plank. Maybe we'll do that again later. We'll see. So we're gonna do some arm swings next. Many of you know this. I'll walk you through the steps real quick though. We're gonna do the version where we drop the body down. It's a 3-part inhale through the nose, 1 powerful exhale out of your mouth with the movement. So it's inhale, arms up, inhale back, Inhale up, exhale, bend the knees, drop the body. To inhale, come up for the next round. And we're just gonna keep going for about 2 minutes straight, okay? Stacking the feet underneath the hips. Relax the shoulders, find your breath. Again, inhaling through the nose, exhaling out of the mouth. Let's go. Up, back, up, and drop. Inhale, 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 exhale. You can go quickly, you can go slowly. Just keep going. This is helping to tone the nervous system. Once we get to about the 90-second mark, we start to take you out of that fight or flight response and ground you into your parasympathetic calming response. Powerful exhale out of the mouth. Feel the navel pull into the body and up, helping to clear the lungs, the throat, the nostrils, the whole respiratory system. 20 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Come back up to standing. Take a moment, breathe. Feeling whatever's there. Your breath rate, your heart rate, sensation in the body. Good, and then go ahead and take your feet about mat width apart or just wider than your shoulders. Good, and then lift your left arm into the air. Then reach up and grab the wrist, traction the arm toward the ceiling. And then after a breath or two there, go ahead and tilt to the right. Feeling big length along the left side of your body. And you may notice that your left shoulder wants to round down. Pull it back. It's almost like the chest is starting to turn toward the ceiling. Good, and then come back up. Release the arms. We'll do the other side. Right arm lifts. Reach up and grab the wrist, traction it toward the ceiling. And then go ahead and tilt to the left. Feeling big length along the right side. Breathe. Good, come back up. And release. Roll the shoulders around a bit. All right, so now we're going to move through our sun salutation, and we're going to play around with the lunges again and Danda Kriya again. Good. Stepping to the top of your mat. So you probably figured out that a lot of this class is about kind of confronting challenges and kind of staying in the challenge or in the discomfort, if you will. So we're going to take the first couple of rounds of this slower. And then after that, we're going to turn the dial up just a little bit. Now, by all means, still go at your own pace, even if it's slower than what I'm teaching, all right? They'll be pretty simple movements. And Yeah, if you can keep up, keep up. If you can't, just go at your own pace. Sounds good. Go ahead and step feet hip width apart, palms to your heart. Find your breath. And let's begin. Inhale, sweep the arms down and up. Exhale, bend the knees, chair prep, sweep the arms behind you. Inhale, chair pose. Stay for the exhale. Straighten the legs, inhale. And then swan dive, fold forward, exhale. Palms to shins halfway up, please. And exhale, release down. Step your right foot way back. Bend the front knee. And I'm going to keep my back knee lifted for now. You can bring it down if you want to. Inhale, extend the arms forward and up, coming into a raised lunge. And then exhale, hands to the floor, downward facing dog. And we'll move through Danda Kriya, plank pose. Chaturanga, upward facing, and downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, and step it through. Bend the front knee powerfully. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Palms to shins halfway up. Exhale, float down. Sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way up. And palms to the heart. Again, inhale, sweep the arms up. Chair prep, chair pose. Stay for the exhale. Lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Halfway. And down. Step the left foot back this time, please. Again, you can drop the knee or keep it lifted. Coming into your lunge, inhale. Exhale, hands down, downward facing dog. Danda Kriya, plank. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. To downward facing dog. Left leg lifts and step it through. Drop the knee or don't. Coming into your lunge. And then hands down, step forward. Palms to shins, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way up, inhale. Palms to the heart. Keep this going. Inhale, lift. Chair prep. Chair. Lift on inhale. Fold on exhale. Halfway. Right foot stepping back, coming into your lunge. Inhale, lift the arms. Downward facing dog, exhale. Danda Kriya, you know the moves. Once you come to downward facing dog, lift the right leg and step it through. Coming into your lunge. Standing forward fold. Palms to shins. And fold all the way up. And immediately bend the knees, chair prep. Chair pose. Lift on inhale. Fold on exhale. Halfway. Left leg. Your lunge. Inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Danda Kriya. From downward dog, lift the left leg and step it through. Coming into your lunge, inhale. Uttanasana, standing forward fold, exhale. Palms to shins. And down. Arms out to the side, come all the way up. Palms to heart. We're going to keep it moving. Inhale, sweep up. Chair prep. Chair. Lift. Right leg fold forward. Step the right foot back. Almost skipped a step there. Come into your lunge. Good. Downward dog to Danda Kriya. Right leg stepping forward. Your lunge. Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Halfway up and fold. All the way up. Bend the knees, chair prep. Chair pose. Lift. Fold. Halfway. Left foot. Lunge. Good. Stepping back, downward dog, Danda Kriya. Good. Left leg lifts and step it through. Your lunge. Uttanasana. Halfway up and down, all the way up. We're going to do two more. Bend the knees, sweep it back. Chair pose. Lift, fold, halfway. Right leg, stay present. Coming into your lunge. Downward facing dog. Danda Kriya, our favorite. Right leg lifts and step it through. Coming into the lunge. Good. Uttanasana. Halfway up and fold all the way up. Bend the knees, sweep it back. Chair. Lift. Fold. Halfway. Left foot. Lunge. Good. Downward dog. Danda Kriya. Left leg and step. Lunge. Uttanasana. Halfway up and fold all the way up. Palms to heart. Stay present. What are you feeling? Breath in the body, heartbeat, sweat. To take that awareness just a step further, don't qualify anything you feel as good or bad, right or wrong. You just feel it. The heart is quickening. There is sweat or warmth or sensation. Your qualification of it is your relationship to it, which can change. The pure awareness is just to be aware without having to make it mean anything. With your next inhale, sweep your arms up. Chair prop, chair pose. Focus the eyes, stay in chair, and breathe. And stay present. Notice the muscles that have to stay engaged to stay here. Notice how you might tense in ways that you don't need to, especially in your face. You might notice how you cop out of this posture a little bit. You don't go as deep as you could. That's stealing, depending on the reason, of course. Breathe. Three, two, and one. Straighten the legs and fold. Palms to shins halfway up and fold. Go ahead and step the right foot back. Bend deeply into the front knee. Inhale, come up for your lunge. Good. Now you can have the back knee on the floor if you'd like to. You're going to take your right arm forward, take your left arm back, twist, looking behind you, and breathe. Almost there. Keep breathing. Stay with the integrity of the pose. Lift the arms, look forward. Hands down, downward facing. Take an adjusting breath. Plank pose. Now get comfortable. Try to have the hips in line with the shoulders. No sagging pelvises. Keep it lifted. Core is engaged. You can even think about your tailbone drawing downward toward your heels. Take a deep breath in. Let's come into chaturanga. Hover 1 inch from the floor. Believe it or not, you can hold this pose. Keep the hips raised. It's just the hands and toes on the floor. Do your best. Press the arms straight. Come onto the tops of the feet. Take the shoulders back. Upward facing dog. Deep breath in. Downward facing dog. Good job. All right, almost done here. Lift the right leg up and step it through. Coming into your lunge. Again, the back knee can stay lifted or you can release it down. And this time, take your left arm forward, take your right arm back, and look behind you. Keep bending into the front knee. Stay with it. Stay present. Lift the arms up, look forward. Exhale, fold, step forward. Palms to shins. Exhale, fold down. Palms to shins. Exhale, fold. One more time, halfway up, inhale. Sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way up. And palms to the heart. Feel sensation. Just aware of whatever is here for you in this posture, or how you feel after the last couple of postures. And then take a deeper, fuller breath. Bring yourself back. And we'll come into a wide leg stance on your yoga mat. So do that. You're going to have your toes pointing directly forward this time, even pigeon toeing a little bit if you'd like. There, gotta stay hydrated. All right, so take the arms out to the side. Believe it or not, there's more work to do. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, you're gonna bend your left knee. Bring your right hand down in front of the left foot, and then finish the exhale. Take the left shoulder back and twist. Inhale, come all the way back up. Let's go the other way. Bend the right knee, bring the left hand down, work the right shoulder back, twist. Inhale, come all the way back up. Let's go the first way. Left knee, right hand. Inhale back up. Right knee, left hand. Inhale back up. Let's do a couple more times. Left knee, right hand. And rise. Left hand. And up. Good. First side. And rise. Good. Second side. And rise. We're going to hold it this time. Come on. Bend the left knee. Bring the right hand down. Good. Roll the left shoulder back. Twist. Now, if it's weird to have that left arm in the air, bring that hand onto your hip. And then work the left shoulder back a little bit more. Think about wrapping your right chest toward your left thigh. And think about back bending with your upper back. So you're opening your heart up a bit more. As you wrap the right chest a little bit further across, the right hand might even come to the outside of the left foot. And breathe. All right. Inhale, carefully unwind, coming all the way up. Take a moment here, or a few moments here. Just feeling what's there. As the body untwists. And then we have a second side to do, which will be different because our bodies are asymmetrical. So arms out to the side. Bend the right knee this time. Go ahead and bring the left hand down in front of the foot and roll the right shoulder back as much as you can. Good. And just getting settled here. It's too much to have a hand in the air. Just bring it onto your hip and work the shoulder back. Or you just might prefer to do that. Looking up if you can. Think about wrapping the left chest toward the right thigh. Again, think about back bending in your upper back, taking the upper back just back a bit further, then wrap the left chest toward the right thigh. The left hand might come to the outside of the right foot. Stay with it. All right, then carefully unwind. Take your time coming all the way back up. Whew. Feel whatever's there for you. And then keeping the feet pointing directly forward, let's come into a wide leg forward fold. Just hinge at the hips. You can bring the hands down. Now you can just hang here if you'd like. Do what feels good. For those of you with more access to your hamstrings, the backs of the legs and lower back, you might hold on to the shins and just give yourself a tug. Heart through the legs. And by all means, you don't have to do that. You could just hang. Good. And lifting yourself lifting yourself up about halfway. From here, we're going to transition into downward facing dog. So you can just come into down dog, or if you want to do like a little bit of a move, you can bring your hands the direction you want to head and step the foot back. And then from down dog, go ahead and come into plank and plank yourself all the way down to the floor this time, all the way down onto your belly. Have your hands under your shoulders. Good. Then we're going to come into locust pose. So with your next inhale, lift the head, chest, and the legs off the ground. Exhale, float back down. Inhale, float back up. And exhale, float back down. This time we're going to hold it. Inhale, come into locust pose and stay. Pelvis is grounding. Inner thighs are lifting. Get light on the hands. The hands can still be on the floor for stability, but really recruit the back to keep you lifted here. Lift a bit higher. Again, light on the hands. 3, 2, 1.5, and 1. Slowly release down. Take an adjusting breath. And then from here, go ahead and roll over onto your back. It's a bit of a roll and scooch, but do it. Just roll and scooch. Good. So have your feet flat on the floor to start. Actually, skip that. Extend your legs to the floor. Good. And take your arms all the way overhead, knuckles on the floor above you. Interlace the fingers together and press the palms away from your head, reaching through the arms. And then flex the feet, and you're going to stretch through the heels. So give yourself a big stretch throughout the entire body like you just woke up. Reaching through the hands, reaching through the heels. Breathe. Big extension in the entire body. Reach. Keep stretching. Keep reaching. And then relax. Good. All right, now bring the feet flat to the floor. Your arms can come out to the side. Now you're going to keep your shoulders and arms where they are, but pick up your hips and scoot your hips to the right side of your yoga mat. Hips scoot to the right, shoulders stay in center. Then extend your left leg down to the floor and bring your right knee into your chest. Good. Then take the right knee into the left hand. Your right arm can rest out to the side. And then draw the right leg or knee across the body toward the floor on the left side. Now, as you do that, anchor this right shoulder back down. Feel the navel pull into the body and to the right. And you can turn your chin to the right as well. Relax any gripping here in the hips, the abdomen, the jaw, the eyes. And as you hold this pose, notice the movement of your breath in your body. Where do you feel the movement? Is it deep? Is it shallow? Is it smooth and continuous, or does it stop at times? All of these awarenesses bringing you to the present moment, this breath right now. One more breath here. Good. All right. So with your next inhale, carefully unwind. Bring both feet flat to the floor again. You're going to scoot your hips to center and then scoot your hips all the way to the left side of your yoga mat. Again, shoulders stay in center. Extend the right leg down this time. Bring the left knee into your chest. Good. And then taking the left knee into the right hand, go ahead and draw that leg across the body toward the floor on the right side. At the same time, allow the left shoulder to anchor back behind you and turn your chin to the left as well. And breathe. And relax. Any gripping of the glutes or the hips, the abdomen, the shoulders, the jaw, the eyes, the arm. And again, notice where the breath is moving your body. That awareness of the breath grounding you in the here and now. Is it deep? Is it shallow? Smooth and continuous, or does it stop sometimes? Does your mind drift? And can you bring it back? All right, all right. Go ahead and unwind. Scoot the hips back to center. Look down to make sure it happened. And then bring your knees into your chest. And bring the soles of the feet together. Take the knees wide and hold on to the shins, the ankles. Some of you with longer arms might be able to hold on to the pinky edge of the feet. Just draw the feet in toward your groin. And again, be present. The stretch in the hips. Maybe you can invite a softness to your abdomen. There's a slight tug on the shoulders. You might feel your lower back pop up off the floor. Can you ground the lower back down to the earth? Where are you holding tension? Where are you efforting that you don't need to? The face, jaw, eyes, throat, your brow. Again, the abdomen. All right. Once you feel complete in this posture, go ahead and extend your legs down to the floor for Shavasana, a well-earned Shavasana tonight. And bring any support where you might need it, a blanket under the head. You can cover up with a blanket. You could turn down the lights in your space if you'd like to. Make any adjustments so that you can rest comfortably here for a little bit. Perhaps you need a drink of water. Maybe there's something else in your body that needs a quick stretch. making any final adjustments to rest here comfortably. And then bring your body into stillness. No more fidgeting, no more adjusting. Just be. Just be. How much of our time that we try to rest, that we end up doing things with our bodies, energetically, with our minds. Remind yourself that these next few minutes that we have here in Shavasana, it's intentional time that you have set aside. You've planned for this, to not have to do anything. There's nothing to figure out. There's nothing to plan for. It's just time to be. The body can be still. The breath can be easy in this moment. And all the mind has to do to stay present, to not drift, to simply watch the breath. Watch the inhale, watch the exhale. Don't steal this moment from yourself. Peace. 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 Please begin to take a deeper, fuller breath. Make some gentle movements in your hands and feet, the arms and legs. And rolling to your right side. And coming on up to a seat. So coming to sit tall. Sit comfortably, hips raised on a blanket or cushion. And take these next couple of moments to get out any movement that you need to get out of your body. Any fidgeting or itching or swallowing, any adjusting that needs to happen, give yourself the next couple of moments permission to handle it. And then once that's out of your system, we'll come into kaya sthira, absolute stillness. The breath moves, but there's no effort to it. So we'll begin now, completely still, light breath. It helps to ground your awareness on that light breath. And you'll feel impulses to move or to shift. Honor that it's happened, that you want to move, and then don't. It might cause discomfort. There might be a persistent irritation, but stay still anyway. You might find that in time that it just kind of handles itself. It goes away on its own. Then there's that light breath, in and out. If you do notice a movement of your body, know that that's a movement of your mind, and return to stillness. Keeping the body still, get a bit more curious about that breath. Where do you sense it? In the nostrils, the throat, the lungs filling and emptying? Is it a big breath, a small breath? Does it stop? Is it continuous? Does it change the longer you watch it? Are you still still? All of this is present awareness of the body, sensation, of the breath, quality. And you start to get another awareness the more present you become. And that's just the quality or state of mind you are in. Because the mind wants to move, the mind wants to think and shift and do, and that's fine. Where does it want to go? Why does it want to go there? Is it trying to tell you something? that you're worried about something or concerned about something. Maybe something isn't as resolved as you assumed. But you don't get swept away by the thought. You stay above it. You keep watching it, maybe with a level of curiosity, if not compassion. This body, this breath, this mind, and all of the experiences therein. It's in the present moment that we can take the fullest advantage of our lives. We can experience the most. We can feel fulfilled here in this moment. We can feel happy here in this moment. But only if we're here, only if we're present. This is how you practice Asteya, non-stealing from yourself, as you stay present. And taking into consideration the other yamas that preceded it, you stay honest and you stay non-harmful, benevolent toward yourself. So taking a deeper, fuller breath, bring the palms together and bow the chin, honoring yourself, that presence that you can cultivate, and the ambition to take advantage of the most you can of the present moment. And may your effort here tonight in this practice keep you in that endeavor. So until next time, namaste.